Making a turn requires the snow pushed back on the ski to alter its direction. Tipping the ski so it goes into the snow creates this interface in interaction with the snow. The ski's edge establishes the groove, while the ski's side cut and longitudinal flex creates the curved path. The skier must have lateral balance against this groove to be in side-to-side balance. This side-to-side balancing requires that the skier position him or herself such that they can neutralize, or more specifically, equalize the force from the snow. In essence, be in equilibrium or balance. There are several ways the skier can move side to side to edge the ski. Too much lean for the external force and the skier slips out. Or not enough lean and the skier slides sideways off their intended line. Angulation is the lateral bending of the body at the hip or knee. Angulation can be extreme or minimal. Minimal angulation usually results in a more bone stacking arrangement between the upper and lower body. When viewed straight down the hill or directly up at the ski racer, hip angulation results in a more vertical spine line when compared to inclination. Hip angulation reduces the amount of distance the upper body needs to travel laterally while providing a stable base of support for the lower body to hinge and rotate against. Effective hip angulation is accompanied with a rather straight or extended outside leg and a very flexed inside knee and hip. The flexion of the inside knee and hip are critical as they allow room for the inside knee to get out of the way so the ski racer can successfully balance against the outside ski. Connecting turns is an important ingredient in side-to-side balance. Tipping the skis from one extreme edge angle to another is a rather radical event that involves quite a large change in edge angles. Meanwhile, the upper body seems rather docile. This is because the upper body takes a much straighter path compared to the skis. In fact, the turn connecting portion is much straighter for the center mass than the much longer path of the skis. The skis go from edge to edge, but the body stays momentarily above the skis, moving downhill rather straight with very little arc. This may seem contradictory when we hear coaches demanding early pressure. In fact, this is a result or a key to getting early pressure. If the upper body were to just dive into the new turn, the ski or skis would over-edge for the amount of pressure available, and the skier would fall to the inside and actually lose pressure. While the skis are going turn to turn, the resultant upper body, or more correctly, the center of mass, path is moving momentarily in a straighter line down the hill. It is the path that the skier's center mass travels that ultimately determines the skier's time, and therefore the skier's center mass is taking the straightest line between the gates. While the skier's center mass moves in a straighter line at this crossing over spot, the lower body, from the hips, knees, and ankles, are moving the skis laterally and onto new edges. Side-to-side balance at turn transition means going from one set of edges to the other set of edges. This movement of unedging should start at the feet and progress up the body. Many times we see athletes aggressively hurling their bodies down the hill, then release their ski edges. This makes it difficult to create pressure and the requisite ski-to-snow contact. Slight as it may be, this is an important event in the timing and tempo of edge release and change. We see knees appear to move laterally, even though we know knees cannot anatomically move in that direction. This lateral movement of the knees is an illusion that is actually produced from the hip joint. When the femur or upper leg bone rotates and moves towards the center line of the body while the leg is flexed, the image of the leg is rotated such that the knee appears to flex sideways. The ability to move with this lower leg agility is extremely important and will be explained more in the chapter on early lower leg activation, while rotation of the legs will be part of the next segment on rotational balance.